Hello and welcome to Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station. Continuing the 14th session on August 11, the National Assembly Standing Committee consider and approve the resolution on establishment of Bình Phú Thao Cai Lậy District, Tiền Giang Province. With the advantages of having National Highway 1A, Provincial Road 875B, District Road 57B, District Road 63, and Trung Lương Mỹ Thuận Expressway, which pass through, the town is among the inter-regional traffic network. It becomes a commercial center which acts as a transit between districts in the western region of Tiền Giang Province. The town will promote economic of the west of Tiền Giang Province and surrounding areas. Bình Phú Thao has a natural area of 19.07 square kilometer and the population of the 18,502 people. Cai Lậy District, after the establishment of Bình Phú Thao, will not change in terms of natural area, population, and the number of commune-level administrative units, but there will be one commune become a town. Therefore, the district will have 15 communes and one town instead of 16 communes like before. After discussion, all members of the Standing Committee of the National Assembly agree with the proposal and voted for approval. In the southern provinces, the subvariant BA5 gradually prevailed. In Ho Chi Minh City alone, up to 80% of patients have been infected with the variant. COVID-19 vaccination is the best way to live safely in the pandemic. Currently, the rate of vaccination for third and the fourth doses for children is still low in some places. The number of cases is increasing again and tend to continue to rise, which can overload the health system, especially in the context of the risk of overlapping epidemics caused by the number of other diseases, like influenza A fever, hand, foot and mouth, and the possibility of invasion of infectious diseases like monkeypox, acute hepatitis. The Ministry of Health will continue to closely monitor the pandemic situation, especially the emergence of new variants of COVID-19, regularly assess and analyze the situation and risk factors, make plans to respond to all possible situations. According to the Ministry of Industry and Trade, the business registration in the first 7 months of 2022 continued to record many positive signs. The number of enterprises registered for new establishment and reoperation in the first month of this year reached 133,000 enterprises, an increase of nearly 27% compared to the same period in 2021. The report of the Ministry of Industry and Trade shows that the Industrial Production Index in July, the index only increased by 1.6% compared to June, but over 11% compared to the same period last year, with an increase of 2.2%. Generally, for the first 6 months, the Industrial Production Index increased by 8.8% over the same period last year. In the same period last year in 2021, it increased by 7.6%. Thus, our industrial production has returned to the 2019 growth rate. There are many different opinions, but according to the Ministry of Industry and Trade, businesses are recovering and growing significantly. Based on the current situation, the growth rate will continue to maintain at the end of the year. According to AFP News Agency, on August 11, the Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, Rafael Grossi, announced that the IAEA should be allowed to inspect Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant in Ukraine. Speaking at the UN Security Council during an emergent video conference, the official said fighting near the factory area had sparked a serious crisis. He said this is a critical moment and the IAEA must be allowed to carry out its mission in Zaporizhzhia as soon as possible. Mr. Grossi informed that he would consult with Russia, Ukraine, and United Nations to carry out the factory inspection. Meanwhile, speaking at the meeting, Chinese ambassador to United Nations Zhang Jun said the consequences of a potential accident at the Zaporizhzhia plant could be greater than the consequences of 2011 nuclear disaster at Fukushima plant in Japan. Russia and Ukraine have blamed each other for a new shelling at Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. According to Reuters, in a statement by Ukraine's nuclear energy agency Enewatom, Russia has once again targeted the site of the nuclear power plant, striking a site not far from the first generators. The attack damaged the Suez pumping station. Smoke rose in that area. The situation is getting worse because there are some damaged radiation sensors. On the same day, Zaporizhzhia regional government established by Russia accused of Ukrainian army of firing 10 cells at the factory. Vladimir Rakhov, a member of the Zaporizhzhia government, said 5 cells fell near the plant's executive office, which is located next to a wedding site and a radioactive material storage facility. Another 5 cells fell near a location next to the nuclear power plant, making it impossible for staff to change shifts. That's all we have for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.